staunch, diet-hard, uncompromising, smelly Walmart shopper, GOP supporter. Uh, I really thought we were going to do better, especially in Virginia, because the governor is very popular and he worked very, very hard, but yet we didn't turn out the votes. The same thing in a few of the other states. We didn't lose, but we just didn't do as well as we would like to do. So I think the way the GOP can start winning, and I've been following politics for probably 45, 50 years, is first of all, in Virginia or in Kentucky, we had a good candidate, been I think Attorney General or something there. But yet the the Democrats outspent us maybe 10-1. They put up the big bucks. So the Republican Central Committee, I think it's time that they clean house and start bring in some new blood. We've got good candidates. You look at the polls, we're right on all the issues, which is, cleaning up the school, parents having a right to know what the kids are being taught, closing down the border so enemies just don't walk into our country. Inflation, my God, you go into a store and before you get to the checkout line, the price is beyond what you brought with you. So we've got to get some fresh blood into the Republican Central Committee, people with fresh ideas. Excuse me. But I think we could take some newer candidates and get them to commit themselves with a platform that, even though they're maybe not doing good, particularly in Arizona, the platform might very well be picking up in Vermont and things. One of the things is, if I was running for a candidate, say for Congress, I'd be introducing a bill that all bills have to have a sliding scale. In other words, a 500-page bill would take X amount of hours for the average person and the public. Don't forget the public has the right to know what they're doing. To read a 1,000-page bill, we need more time. 2,000, much more time. And no more of these gigantic bills and giving a representative 2 days to read it. With this dumb notion that Nancy Pelosi said, you got to vote for it to find out what's in it. Can you imagine a lawyer telling you, you got to sign this contract and we'll tell you next week what we signed? The other thing I would like to see them do is, again, small bills, but introduce a bill that we nationalize the books, the study books that the children are going to see. I'm talking about the basic courses, English, history, mathematics, civics, history, and a few of the basic subjects, those subjects that we send our children there to learn. And those studies have to be arranged. That's the first part of the day. By doing this, it means that if a union was to go on strike, we could bring in teachers and substitute teachers, perhaps from the military. No, I'm not trying to break the union, but what I'm trying to do is get us started where they can't use our children for hostages. The other things, these other wacko courses they want to teach, the parents have to be notified what you're teaching the children, whether it's critical race theory, where you want to tell your children that they need to change their sex. That has to be done with the parents' permission and the students' permission. They don't want to see it. then they go home. A couple more things I was thinking about, and I'm losing my train of thought. My printer's not working right now. Yes, back to immigration. Let's hop around a little bit. Bill Riley had Senator McConnell introduce a bill to if you get come to our country more than once, you go to jail. Well, but McConnell put it with a couple other bills, and it was killed in the Senate. So again, keep the bills simple, where anybody can, on the way home, can find out what's going on and voice their opinion. Congress has a thing called riders, and you can introduce a bill, say perhaps to add more money to the lunch program for the poor and needy children. But another congressman can come along, put a rider on it, and that rider may not have anything to do with it. It could be for buying more tanks for the army. So I want to see bills kept simpler. Also, when we have people come in this country illegally, we don't have the right to confiscate people's property. After war is finished, we have to return whatever we capture back to the people we were fighting for. But I do think we'd be on safe grounds. Say a person had $20,000 in assets, either legally or illegally. Well, it costs money to kick them out of the country. Even if you send them by train, that costs money. So I think it would be a good thing if we could at least take enough money out to cover the expenses of catching them, trying them in court, and shipping them out. And I think that would be a good way to send a message that you don't come in the back door in America. You knock on the front door and say, respectfully, I'd like to join your family. Let's see what else we got here. Also, going back on the campaigning, we need to start putting more money in on campaigns. We'll just make up something, say dog catcher or animal control officer, and put some big bucks there and send out the message to the liberals and to the Americans that all government positions is important. All government positions we take serious. I think that's enough right now. I'll get my printer working. I'll organize myself a bit more. Hope you enjoyed what I had to say. That's my opinion. I'd like to know what yours is.